St. Vincent College holds a lot of very fond memories for Stephanie Watkins, class of 2005. Stephanie's love for soccer initially led her to St. Vincent, but soon she fell in love with everything about the campus. The surroundings, the faculty, and even an annoying guy in creative writing, that she later married. Stephanie made friendships at St. Vincent that last to this day, and she carries on the work ethic instilled in her by her soccer coach Keith Hohman, who taught his players to work hard for what they wanted in life. Graduating with a bachelor's degree in political science, Stephanie then studied international law at the University of Kent in the United Kingdom, earning an LLM degree. Today, Stephanie is employed by Ridge Policy Group and works in government relations in Harrisburg. She also serves as a board member on the American Foundation for Children with AIDS. In her spare time, she loves to ski, work out, spend time with her dogs, and is in the planning stages of organizing a climb of Mount Kilimanjaro for charity. When informed of winning this award, Stephanie was pleasantly surprised at being selected and looks forward to meeting the other awardees. Congratulations, Stephanie Watkins, class of 2005. James Baumbach, class of 1965, didn't realize when he stepped onto the St. Vincent campus that his life's trajectory would be affected so deeply by his education. He was the first in his family to attend college and was not well prepared, academically or socially, but the Benedictines took a chance and shaped Jim into someone who has an unquenchable thirst for knowledge and a desire to make a difference. 6 years after graduating, Jim had the privilege of coordinating Louis Mandarino's, another SBC alumni, campaign for the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. Jim looks back on this event and remembers it as a significant role in moving his career along. Jim then went on to graduate from Duquesne University School of Law in 1977 with a Juris Doctor degree. Jim is semi-retired, currently working at his own business as a government relations consultant. He also sits on the St. Vincent College School of Humanities and Fine Arts Advisory Council. In his off time, Jim enjoys golfing, cooking Italian foods, reading and writing, along with spending time with his wife, daughter, and 2 grandchildren. When hearing of his induction, Jim was honored, humbled, very appreciative, but mostly surprised. Congratulations, Jim Baumbach, class of 1965. Peter Conforti, class of 1965, searched for a small Catholic liberal arts college and found the perfect match at St. Vincent. The college adventure shaped the pathway for Peter to develop his ability for critical, analytical thinking and judgment. While attending St. Vincent to study political science, Peter was also a student prefect, testing his abilities to make judgments for diverse situations. He never forgets this experience and relates back to it often in his judicial career. After graduating from St. Vincent, Peter went on to receive his Juris Doctor from Rutgers University School of Law in 1968. Peter was admitted to the New Jersey bar in 1969 and practiced law for 14 years. He then served as a municipal court judge for almost 11 years after being appointed to the bench in 1983 and reappointed in 1989. Currently, he is retired but is still serving on recall as judge of Superior Court in New Jersey. He remains actively involved in his church as a third-degree Knight of Columbus and was even named as an outstanding citizen of Sparta Township, New Jersey. Peter was both humbled and honored when he heard about the award. He wishes to express thanks to his late parents because without their love and support, none of what he has done would have occurred. Congratulations, Peter Conforti, class of 1965. Every year as a young child, Jackie Dimun-Marchyshyn's dad would bring her to Steeler Camp at St. Vincent. That's when she fell in love with the campus and the environment. One day, she would even play football on the same field that the Steelers used to practice. Jackie loved the small family atmosphere on campus and has many fond memories of classmates and professors who helped provide her with a solid educational background. Dr. Bruce Antkowiak and Father Tom Devereaux, Dr. William Snyder, and Dr. Gabe Pellethy stand out in Jackie's memory as being particularly kind and helpful. During her time as a Bearcat, Jackie also had a great time as a member of the Wild Bunch intramural football team, who eventually went on to win the women's intramural championships in her junior and senior years. After receiving her bachelor's in political science in 1990, Jackie earned a Juris Doctor from Capital University in 1993. Today, Jackie is employed by Butler County as the County Conciliator/Family Court Solicitor. She also served as president of her local PTO and a board member of her Community Mental Health Center. Married to her high school sweetheart, Jackie has one daughter, Julia, and enjoys scrapbooking, musicals, travel, and reading. When being informed of winning this award, Jackie was extremely surprised and very honored to be selected. Congratulations, Jackie Dimun-Marchyshyn, class of 1990. It doesn't matter who you are. You're not better than hardworking people that may not have had the opportunity to go to college, are the words of Dr. John Opperly that shaped Stephen Gates' class of 1990's way of thinking for the rest of his life. After avidly attending the Steelers training camps every July, Steve's choice to attend St. Vincent was an easy one. It was his first time living on his own, and through St. Vincent's liberal arts environment, he was able to learn how to develop and nurture new friendships and relationships. These growths led Steve to realize that people can do good things in the community with the help of those around them, and the key is to find others that share a common goal. Steve went on to receive his master's degree from the American University in Washington, D.C. He soon then worked on Capitol Hill for the Fortune 200 for the cutting-edge consumer electronics industry, and in many roles in the field of communications. He currently works in public relations as a social media consultant, newspaper columnist, and talk radio host at Gates Strategy. In his spare time, Steve enjoys blogging about dive bars and finding creative and silly ways to raise money for families in his community. After Steve realized he wasn't on candid camera when told about his award, he felt very stunned and humbled to be included in an honored group. Congratulations, Stephen Gates, class of 1990. Joseph Hohman was already familiar with the St. Vincent campus when he enrolled as a freshman. His two older brothers had attended seminary at the college, and the school felt like home in no time. Joseph enjoyed campus life and excelled at academics. He was also a standout on the football field, being the captain and quarterback of the 1969 Bearcat squad. He additionally was named All-American quarterback in 1969 and Intramural Athlete of the Year in 1970. After graduating with a BA in political science in 1970, he then went on to earn his master's degree from Penn State in 1971. Eventually, Joseph became the principal/partner at Resource Development and Management Inc. in Pittsburgh. Joseph credits St. Vincent with giving him the ability to adjust to different life situations and giving him the confidence to deal with difficulties as they arise. The values instilled at St. Vincent taught him to respect people of all walks of life, and all points of view stays with him even today. Joseph is also grateful for the guidance shown to him while a student by Father Armand, Father Vernon, and Dr. Baroth, just to name a few. Joseph has fond memories of the entire SVC community and has made long relationships from those college bonds made during his college days. Today, Joseph spends time coaching, refereeing, spending time with his family and grandchildren, and golfing. When he received the call for this award, Joseph had a mix of emotions. He was happy that so many of his classmates could share this recognition with him, and he was, in his own words, a little sad thinking of his departed parents who had sacrificed so much to see that he received a St. Vincent college education. Congratulations, Joseph Hohman, class of 1970. On Richard Memo's first day in Alfred Hall, Father Tom Devereaux, the prefect, advised the students that they were living in a condemned building and possible fire trap. In case of fire, he told them calmly to walk to his room, knock on the door, and say, "Father Tom, there's a fire in room 111. Then it's every man for himself." It was that moment that Richard knew he would fit in well here, and fit in well he did. After a few weeks, Richard found himself with 200 new friends and eventually elected class president 3 years in a row. Richard also recalls the lasting impression Father Ronald Gorka and Professor Joe Ryer had on him, with their interesting and insightful teaching styles and willingness to share their knowledge. After graduation, Richard attended medical school at St. Louis University and did urology residency at Ohio State University before embarking on a long and distinguished career as a urologist. In that time, he was published many times and was awarded numerous awards, including Distinguished Physician of the Year Award in 2007. Today, Richard is involved with many charities, including urologic care of the disadvantaged and screening for prostate cancer for the African American community, just to name a few. Richard is married to his wife Rosemary and has 4 adult children and 13 grandchildren. He's an avid Steeler and Pirate fan as well. Congratulations, Richard Memo, class of 1967. Frank Nelson, class of 1970, always considered himself an athlete, but it was the academic reputation of St. Vincent that drew him to become a Bearcat. Like many, Frank was looking for a college experience that was close to home but still felt far enough away to give him a sense of independence, and he found that at St. Vincent. But the adjustment to the college wasn't always an easy one. At one point, Frank found himself on academic probation. With a lot of hard work and some help from faculty and friends, Frank soon found himself on the dean's list, an accomplishment he regards as one of his fondest memories. During his time at St. Vincent, Frank was involved in a number of activities. He established the weight room and the physical fitness weightlifting club, was a member of the wrestling team, club football team, and was even a DJ on the college radio station. After graduating with a degree in history, Frank went on to receive his master's degree from Duquesne University in 1972, and then embarked on a rewarding career as a school teacher and diving coach at Franklin Regional. When looking back at his time at St. Vincent, Frank recalls the impression Dr. Bernard Shearer made on him with soft-spoken, eloquent style and his treasure trove of knowledge, of which he was only too happy to share. Today, Frank enjoys family life with his wife and 4 grown children, as well as a host of activities including scuba diving, home remodeling, underwater photography, and charity work. When hearing of his being nominated for this award, Frank was shocked and thought that others were more deserving. But we couldn't disagree more. Congratulations, Frank Nelson, class of 1970. Joseph O'Toole, class of 1960, was instantly greeted with warmth and love as he stepped onto the lively, faith-based environment of the beautiful St. Vincent College. This would develop into a lifelong love of and commitment to the college. Joe first enrolled in the pre-med program when he began at St. Vincent, but soon switched to political science after his freshman year. He kept himself busy with student government and serving as president of the Student Senate. He even served as an intern for Senator Joe Clark in the summer of 1960. Joe graduated with a degree in political science and received a Juris Doctor at the University of Pennsylvania in 1963. Quickly after graduation, Joe landed his first career job in Washington in the Office of Emergency Planning in the Executive Office of the President during the Kennedy administration. In 1966, he went to Gulf Oil to work as a tax lawyer and then later manager in Pittsburgh, Florida, London, and Houston. Joe also served as General Tax Counsel and Vice President of Phillips Petroleum in 1977. Joe is now retired, but still keeps busy in business as a director and chair of the Audit Committee of Phillips 66 Partners and is also an active investor. He also serves as a member of the St. Vincent College Board of Directors and as chair of the Investment and Institutional Advancement Committee of the board. He enjoys traveling, golf, and reading, along with spending time with his wife, children, and 8 grandchildren. Joe was surprised, honored, and delighted when he received the call about this award. Congratulations, Joseph O'Toole, class of 1960. Joseph O'Toole, class of 1960, was instantly greeted with warmth and love as he stepped onto the lively, faith-based environment of the beautiful St. Vincent College. This would develop into a lifelong love of and commitment to the college. Joe first enrolled in the pre-med program when he began at St. Vincent, but soon switched to political science after his freshman year. He kept himself busy with student government and serving as president of the Student Senate. He even served as an intern for Senator Joe Clark in the summer of 1960. Joe graduated with a degree in political science and received a Juris Doctor at the University of Pennsylvania in 1963. Quickly after graduation, Joe landed his first career job in Washington in the Office of Emergency Planning in the Executive Office of the President during the Kennedy administration. In 1966, he went to Gulf Oil to work as a tax lawyer and then later manager in Pittsburgh, Florida, London, and Houston. Joe also served as General Tax Counsel and Vice President of Phillips Petroleum in 1977. Joe is now retired, but still keeps busy in business as a director and chair of the Audit Committee of Phillips 66 Partners and is also an active investor. He also serves as a member of the St. Vincent College Board of Directors and as chair of the Investment and Institutional Advancement Committee of the board. He enjoys traveling, golf, and reading, along with spending time with his wife, children, and 8 grandchildren. Joe was surprised, honored, and delighted when he received the call about this award. Congratulations, Joseph O'Toole, class of 1960.